get the shit.
The third one had the potential to be truly great.
Yeah, when they first introduced Megatron, there's a hint that there's going to be a big character arc for him because he's kind of fallen. He's just kind of a wreck hanging out in the desert.
But that's literally all he does.
Then he meets up with Starscream and this Transformer that just seems to be a face.
Yeah.
Does anyone know what that is? Is that something from the cartoon or the figures? I don't know.
It's a really fat head with two stumpy legs. It's really weird.
It's something for the fans. I don't know what the hell it is.
It licked Abraham Lincoln's head.
At one point, Megatron kills Lincoln.
And it sits in his seat for some reason.
The big statue.
Yeah, not really Lincoln,
I genuinely thought they were going to do a really cool character arc with him of how, when they did the whole thing of him wanting Cybertron back and all that, I thought they were going to go for a cool thing where he kind of had like pride in his original race. That was what was driving him, but he sort of had some sort of revelation or something that made him turn on things, rather than a blonde telling him to do it.
Because there was definitely a moment when you first see him where it's kind of like, look how he's fallen, look what's happened to him, what he has become.
It feels like you're supposed to feel pity for him, doesn't it?
Yeah, and kind of he's got this whole grand scheme that's largely out of desperation and
I thought that's the strength, the main strength this third one had on the first and second. It actually had plot twists, things you didn't see coming.
Yes.
I thought that's the one thing it had on it, because I did not see Prime betraying them. Sorry, spoiler. Coming, and
it means the other Prime, not Optimus Prime.
Yeah, and the guy as well, the one's boss.
Yeah,
I didn't really see him.
I didn't see him coming. I saw Prime coming a few scenes before it happened.
Okay.
As soon as they say it about, the Decepticons have taken all the other bridge pieces. But I know genre formula so well that I rarely get to enjoy plot twists anymore.
I thought I didn't see the boss turning that far.
Yeah, he was set up as a dick, but there's being a dick and there's selling out your entire race.
Yeah, I expected him to turn on them, but I thought at some point during the film he'd realise what he's done and turn back. But no,
that moment where he's fighting the beef on the main bridge piece. The bridge, just to explain, is the magic MacGuffins that Sentinel Prime is using to bring Cybertron to Earth, so they can save the human race and rebuild it. But there's a moment where they can key control one, the beef and this evil human standing over it. It seems like Shia LaBeouf's about to make him turn back to the good side. No, he hits him with a pole and kicks him into it and electrifies him.
That's the thing I was thinking about. I mean, the thing that they did was brought the planet Cybertron to the planet Earth, fucking up. I mean, that would have made the whole world like flood with oceans or something.
Yeah,
that would have fucked up everything.
One of the most annoying parts of the film.
But surely, what I assumed they were going to do, because they were saying, "Oh, we've come for resources. We're gonna," and the resource is the human race. Oh my god, controversy. I assumed they were going to teleport all humans to Cybertron.
Yeah,
that makes sense. But no, we're going to bring the planet and then somehow get all the humans over there.
I was kind of annoyed that everybody's like, "Oh no, they're going to use us as slaves." No one bothered to think that's kind of going to mess up the world.
I think in that situation you've got bigger priorities.
They're all going to die from the
not really.
way.
The world's going to just basically be fucked. They're all going to die. It doesn't really matter.
The world would have just gone hurtling out of orbit and fucked up or something, froze.
They could have said we're gonna teleport the Earth into Cybertron and have the Earth as a satellite of Cybertron. That would have made far more sense. The Earth is so much smaller.
I think the model just throws away a line of you can't teleport humans, which no one who knows about this stuff has said, but it just seems to be taken as fact. You can't teleport humans. You can't even be able to teleport life. Or,
crazy.
Biomatter.
I think that was just because they wanted the line, "We're not going to do that. We're going to teleport Cybertron here." And so you needed someone to say, "But you can't do this."
Since the model's done nothing else in the movie, give the line to
And
her.
I think they only wanted that moment so they can have the cool effect of bringing Cybertron to Earth. Well, it seems to just implode upon itself in the end anyway and suck up all the Decepticons.
And nothing else. It's a bit weird. that kind of thing always, like seeing, you know, how they looked up and they saw Cybertron in the atmosphere or whatever. They always, I don't get how.
Well, it's all done with computers.
It reminds me of Independence Day. They're like out there spaceships and whatever.
Yeah.
But I just don't. It was like way out.
Yeah, 'cause it's meant to be thousands of miles away.
Yeah, I just don't get how they'd see that.
You don't see
Well,
the
they
moon
said
now.
they weren't teleporting it to Earth. They were putting it in Earth's atmosphere. So that's why.
Yeah, it didn't look like it
Would
was,
say
did it?
no.
Like when they showed it later.
I never said it did. I was just offering their explanation.
Lots of inconsistency.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a Michael Bay movie. Were you expecting no plot holes?
Well, no, I mean, this is what I said. This is why I think it's a great movie. Because
Because you've got to
don't-
see him coming, haven't you?
I don't think it pretends to be anything more than a series of really cool explosions, a bit funny, and a bit of robots that transform into shit. It's really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, yeah.
See, I just thought the second film did that all better.
Yeah.
Well, I think you can get away with in that kind of movie if you've got more of a sense of humour about it, rather than just every now and again cut into the. Now this character's going to say something funny. Now back to the action.
Yeah, you see this. Yeah, you're right. Because the first one the second one seemed to really just have a sense of humour about it.
Yeah, so the second one get away with a little more.
Yeah.
Though the twins are racist.
And this one takes the turn of trying to make it darker, which I think would work.
Yeah.
But
Without
you've got to sort of lose the funny. You can't
Yeah, it
have
tried
it
to
all
keep the
like-
comedy in, didn't it?
And the problem is you can't get rid of the humour in that movie because it means you cut out the parents who you kind of need in for kind of fan service, and you cut out John Turturro,
Yeah. Well,
who is kind of the light of all those movies for me.
yeah. The only way you could do it is by literally killing all those characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you could do that because the thing is, over two films, everyone has grown to love them because they're funny.
Yeah.
So if you then kill them, everyone's really emotionally involved.
Yeah.
I think the perfect balance was John Turturro in the first one, as he was funny but also kind of a badass.
Yeah.
As in, something that I thought they were missing was at the end of the first one, him and for some reason John Voight and these hackers ended up fighting the little Transformer, the human-sized one,
Yeah.
in a fight I quite liked. But there's been nothing like that since. There's been nothing really for the humans to do in the same way.
Yeah. Now the humans managed to get away with the gorilla fighting in this
Yes.
one.
Yeah.
But I agree. In the second one, it's ridiculous. The humans literally are there to fire guns at things they cannot hurt.
Yeah, they are there just to get battered.
And at that point, they are saying we're sending an army of Transformers. So just sending an army of little human-sized ones as well as big ones. Have the Transformers fight the big ones and the humans fight the little ones. So
Because the
works, doesn't
3 or
it?
4 on 1 with the little one who turned into the boombox in the first one was a really good fight and a lot of cool stuff in it. As it was just
Yeah.
3 or 4 guys with shotguns at the consisting,
Yeah.
and just winning by luck in the end to show just how good Transformers are.
Yeah.
See, I thought, you know how you said in the other one it was humans were doing shit all and Transformers were doing good or whatever. I thought they switched that round in this one. They just made the humans too good at killing
Yeah, actually,
Transformers,
something like they did
and
do
the
too much
Autobots did
damage.
fuck all.
The Autobots just turn up to finish everyone off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I was a bit disappointed.
It's just the headshot at the end, isn't it?
Yeah, basically.
The beef was kicking ass. I mean, come on.
Which
that's-
he shouldn't do. Let's be
no,
honest.
look at his other films. I know I'm concentrating a bit more on Shia LaBeouf himself, not the character, but you can't picture him being like this new action man, you know.
No, there is actor. I think it's more interesting.
Right, in the Transformers trilogy, however,
Yeah.
what do you think Michael Bay is going to do next?
Something with bombs.
I would like him to stay away from my childhood from now on. Because Transformers, whilst I'll say they're great films, what he's made, because they're really, really entertaining,
Yeah.
they're not the films that I would like to see someone make about Transformers.
I do get nervous when they make films like.
Yeah.
Does anyone have to say anything else about
No, let's wrap
Transformers?
it up.
Not really.
Okay, so... And that's why we hate Transformers.
He looks good topless.